Hello, and welcome to Chrome Live. I'm Sebastian Scheider, and I'm excited to be here today with some of my teammates and for us to be able to share our insights into the Chrome for Work story. Google was founded on a revolutionary approach to the web, and Chrome delivers on that promise, providing a modern operating system that leverages the cloud to create an elegant user experience. Beyond just a browser, Chrome for Work is an integrated hardware-software business ecosystem delivering web-based solutions to run devices, applications, video meetings, signage, and kiosks. As the cloud makes the way we work more mobile and social, Chrome keeps pace by providing flexible, intelligent connections between people and data. Today, we'll learn a lot about Chrome specifics in our upcoming product sessions, but first I'd like to introduce Rajen Sheth, Director of Product Management, Android and Chrome for Work. Along with some new Chrome product announcements, Rajen is here to share more about how the Chrome platform is helping businesses leverage the new era of connected devices. Rajen, come on up.
Hey, Sebastian, thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Definitely.
Stage is yours.
Okay, great. Well, first of all, thank you all for joining. We really appreciate it. And we're really looking forward to telling you more about what we're doing in Chrome, especially for work. But before I dive into that, though, I want to kind of take a step back and tell you a little bit about why we're doing this and really kind of the vision behind this. So if you think about it, we're in the middle of a devices revolution. And I can guarantee you probably if all of you look at kind of how you're using devices today, it's very different than what you were doing about 10 years ago. So let's roll back to about 10 years ago and let's think about kind of how we were all using devices back then. If I think of that for myself, so I joined Google in 2004. And when I joined Google, the first thing that they did is they gave me a laptop. And that laptop very quickly became my life. All of my apps were there. All of my data was there. If I didn't have that laptop, I really couldn't access anything. I couldn't go to my home computer and be able to access my work, or could do it very, very nominally. But really, I needed that laptop to be productive. So if you think about that, our world has changed dramatically. At that point, my entire world was around protecting that laptop, making sure that it was with me, carrying that bag around with me everywhere and carrying that to every single meeting. But we don't work that way anymore. And so let's think about some of the things that have changed in those 10 years. The internet has, of course, exploded. And that goes without saying. But what has also happened is that we've brought in cloud applications such that from anywhere through a browser, you can do anything that you need to do. And then the third thing, of course, is mobile devices. We now all carry around smart computers in our pocket. And that really changes how we think about working and what we go to do our work. So there are a few interesting trends that we're finding. The first is that the average worker is using more than 4 devices per person each day to do their work. And that might be everything from home computers to laptops to desktops to a mobile device to a tablet. It might be a variety of different things. But they expect to be able to do their work on many, many different devices. The second thing is that a majority of people are actually also now working from outside of their office. And that could be anything from working from home to working on the road if you're traveling, or working from a coffee shop. You expect that no matter where you are, you're going to be able to get what you need to do done. The third thing, of course, is now over 1 billion people are carrying a smartphone into work. And think about that number as just staggering, because 10 years ago, very, very, very few of us had access to a smart device. And now almost everybody does. And that really changes the paradigm, of course. This is about to change even more. I was just realizing that in May and June of this year, the class of 2015 is going to be graduating from college. And that's going to be the first class that will have graduated from college having never seen a world without the web. And they were born around the time that the first web browser was born. They were in diapers when mobile phones were there. And so they barely ever remember a phone or a time without a mobile phone. They don't even realize, haven't even seen a world where you can't text. They probably had iPhones when they were in high school in many cases. And so they're expecting a very different way of working, and they've been used to this their entire life. They can't go to our one laptop world anymore. The second big thing is that the number of internet-connected devices are going to explode in the course of the next 5 years. We expect that there will be about 75 billion internet-connected devices by the year 2020. And these are in many cases, devices that we can't even imagine right now, that we haven't even thought of. And that's going to change things even more. We can go from a world where the average worker is using 4 devices to where they might be using 40 devices on an average day. But if you think about it, many people are actually still bound to their laptop. And we need to figure out, how do we move people to a world where they can use the right device at the right time to access their work. And from any of those devices, they can access all of their data and all of their apps so that the devices are interchangeable. Finally, if we're going to go from 4 devices per person to 40 devices per person, it better be a lot easier to manage and secure than it is today. If you look at the total cost of ownership of a typical device, it is almost 10 times the cost of that device today. So this is exactly why we built Chrome for Work. And Chrome for Work is technologies built on top of Chrome browser and on Chrome devices that make it possible to work in this new way. And really, we're focused on 3 areas. The first is, how do we reinvent that PC experience? How do we build a laptop that is better for this world than it was for the world 10 years ago? The second thing is, how do we use these multitude of devices to really change how people can communicate? How can we go from the average phone conference to face-to-face communications for every single interaction? And the third thing is that, how do we extend into this new world of devices that we don't even know today? How do we light up these new devices and screens with a platform that can extend to a variety of different types of devices? So I'm going to cover these in a little bit of depth, and you're going to hear much more throughout Chrome Live. So the first area is Chromebooks for Work. And Chromebooks for Work, we've really advanced over the course of the last couple of years. We now have over a dozen OEMs that are producing Chromebooks of a variety of different types. You have everything from devices that are less than $100 all the way to premium devices that are amongst the best laptops that are out there today. Everything from small devices that are portable and compact all the way to big devices that give you a big screen. Things that have touch versus devices that are just traditional and give you the keyboard and mouse. But they all let you access all of your apps and data from anywhere. You can log into any one of these devices and be able to access everything that you need to do your work. And it really makes it flexible so that you can adapt to that new way of working. The other big trend, though, that we've noticed is that just recently, the majority of applications in the workplace shifted from being Windows applications to being browser applications and mobile applications. And this device is designed for that new world, but lets you also bring along your existing world. A Chromebook can now run browser-based applications, of course, through Chrome browser, which is the #1 browser at work, but it can also run Android applications and can also give you access to your Windows applications through virtualization technologies such as Citrix and VMware. And by doing that, you have your access to all of your applications no matter where you are. It really is the best laptop for the cloud world. Today we're announcing, though, that we're going to take it to yet another level and open up parts of the Chromebook to make it possible to integrate with different providers. And so, for example, today we're announcing that we're integrating with Box so that you can very easily access and very seamlessly access your Box documents from a Chromebook just like you would access your local documents. The second area is Chromebox for Meetings. And this was a product that we released last year to really turn any room into a video meeting room for less than $1,000. And if you think about that, previously it used to cost anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 or even $500,000 to put together a video meeting room. And now we're bringing that kind of technology and bringing it to less than $1,000. But more than just the cost, we're making it really easy. With one click, you can join a meeting, and then you're in a crystal clear HD video conference with somebody in any part of the world. So you can have a face-to-face conversation with all of your remote offices and make it feel like one office. We're announcing a new version, though, of Chromebox for Meetings today, and that's for larger meeting rooms. We've added a very nice pan-tilt zoom camera to Chromebox for Meetings and multiple speaker and microphone units. And so you can now extend this to rooms as large as 15 or 20 people. And by doing that, you can now use Chromebox for meetings for anywhere from your huddle rooms with 4 people all the way up to your largest meeting rooms, and really affordably bring video conferencing to every single meeting room that you have. We now have partnerships with Dell, with HP, and with ASUS to deliver all of these solutions and be able to give you access to choice with manufacturers so that you can be able to bring in the solution that you want into your meeting rooms. The last area is Chrome dedicated devices. And these are really devices with just one application. And what I mean by that is that you can take a device, you can run one app on it, and you can essentially turn it into a device that does one particular purpose. A great example of this is digital signage. And a few weeks ago, we announced over a dozen partnerships with some of the top partners in the digital signage space that are now centering around Chrome. And the reason they're doing it is because it's low cost and it's easy to maintain. So a customer of theirs could actually manage thousands of signs from one central console. We've also added technologies in our central console to make this easier to manage. Everything from great reporting technologies and monitoring technologies to let you know when a sign is down or a device is down, to content scheduling solutions that integrate with your content management solution to deliver content on a time basis. So for example, if you're a restaurant, you could put up a breakfast menu and then have that shift to a lunch menu at 12 o'clock. So you can now do a lot of great things with signage, but this is really just the start. This is a framework by which you can actually bring it to kiosks. You could bring it to point of sale. You could bring it to a variety of different types of situations, as well as devices that we can't even think of today. One thing that we were very excited to announce a few weeks ago is what we're calling the Chrome Bit. So what we've done is we've taken the Chromebox and we've shrunk it into the size of something that's less than the size of a candy bar. And it costs less than $100. And with that device, you can essentially plug it into the back of any display and turn that display into a full-on computer. You can use it as a computer, you could use it as a sign, you could use it as a kiosk, you could use it for anything that you want to use. And the Chrome management solution works wonderfully with it, just like any other Chrome device that's out there. So we're really excited to see kind of where people can take it. Now we're to the point with this that it is actually less expensive to put up a digital sign than it is to print a paper sign. So imagine what you can do and the kinds of things that are right now paper in your world that you can change to digital as a result of this. So with that, you're going to learn a lot more of all of these technologies throughout Chrome Live, and I want to personally thank you for joining us today. So with that, I'm going to welcome back Sebastian to tell you where we go from here.
Thank you, Rajen.
Thank you.
Great insights. Thank you.
Thanks.